What's up, everybody? This is your boy, the Trill Collector, man. Finally coming to you guys with another figure review. I just want to say shout out to everybody that's newly subscribed to the channel. Shout out to all my new followers on all my social media platforms, man. You guys are the real MVP for that. Before we get into this figure review, man, I just want to give you guys a little rundown of how everything's been going for the past 4 to 5 months. First off, man, I've been extremely busy with work. I'm talking about 10, 11, 12 hours a day working days, man. And I really, being honest, I haven't had time to really upload, or if I do, I'm just kind of dead tired and don't really want to put the work in to do it. But with that being said, I think I found a schedule now that's going to work for me as far as uploading again and taking you guys on this journey of rebuilding my collection back to its former glory again. With that being said, I sold my entire previous collection. I have nothing here from my previous collection anymore. Where I'm going with this thing now is I'm going in a totally new direction. I'm going on Jeremy slash the Trill Collector's own path, own avenue of collecting, and not trying to, be that individual that gets the most and has the most of the quantity of everything just because everybody else has it. That's not where I'm going with my collection. I'm going off of saga-based stuff, figures that we don't have any kind of representation of, really, and really just building off of that. I think that's a pretty awesome way to go. I'm not dealing with resins because that's not my forte. I'll get into that another day. I'm going back to my first love, what got me into that, and that's Master Lease, PVC, Ichibansho, Ichiban Kuji figures, man. That's where I'm at, and that's where I'm gonna stay. I lost my love for this when I sold my collection. I'm just being real. I had hella seller's remorse, man. When I looked at my collection in its former glory, and then I'm going back and I look at empty detail cabinets, man, that's something. That was like 2 or 3 years of building up a collection to where you want it to be, and then selling it off because you want to get into this resin game or whatever the thing may be. And yeah, it didn't work out. I'm just being real, it didn't work out, man. But enough harping on the past, right? It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And that's where we're gonna go with this thing. We're definitely gonna build it back up to its former glory. May take a little time, but the one thing about this, guys, is that you guys are gonna see every figure that I'm bringing into my collection, and we're gonna build this thing up again, and you guys are gonna be a part of that, right? So with that being said, man, we're starting off with the figure that I feel is actually hella dope, man. I'm just being honest. Not only the figure, but the character himself, I think is really, really dope. And that's none other than my boy Zarbon. This figure came out, I want to say about 2 months ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. From the Fear of Frieza Kuji. Here it is right here, the front of the box. Toboy stick of authenticity like we always do. Here he is right there on the side of the box, on the back, and also on the front again. So yeah, pretty dope box art, man. As you guys can see, this figure here, this box, should I say, is the exact same box art that comes from the Japan release. The only thing different is there is no prize lettering on the box. But you get this box from Japan, you'll get the same one minus whatever lettered price that he is. So a little backstory about this guy, man. He's a very vain, flamboyant character, but he has a really deep, dark, monstrous side to him. He is one of three Frieza's top henchmen. He's like part of the big three, is what I call them. You have Zarbon, Dodoria, and Kui. Zarbon, in my opinion, and I think in actual, manga and arc sense, I think he is the strongest of the three, to be honest. Kui is on the weaker end, Dodoria is like the intermediate, and then Zarbon is the advanced guy, right? So when Frieza got word that there were Namekian Dragon Balls that he could use to grant his wish of immortality, he headed to planet Namek. and he went there with the three guys that I just mentioned. But when he got there, he was not expecting to run into Vegeta firstly, and then eventually the rest of the Z fighters to get there. So where Zarbon comes in, he was tasked with finding the Dragon Balls along with Dodoria and Kui. When Vegeta got wind that these guys were here, he quickly dispatched Kui, had a tussle with Dodoria, defeated him, and then came around and fought with Zarbon. He was pretty much, Vegeta at that time is when he got his Zenkai boost from his near-death experience with his battle with Goku and the Z Fighters on Earth. So he was significantly stronger than what he was when those three guys first initially met him. They talked about his power, they talked about how weak he was and all of that, but they didn't know that he went through this, extremely tedious battle on Earth with these guys that was stronger than him, right? So with that being said, he had, a bunch of Zenkai boosts under his belt at that time. So when he met Zarbon, he pretty much, was giving Zarbon the business. He was putting them hands on him. But Zarbon still had his trump card up his sleeve. And that's when he transformed into this like big reptilian monster form that he has that he doesn't like to really do because it takes away from his, vain pretty boy look. You know what I'm saying? But he only uses that in extreme situations because it gives him a like a hella power boost, right? And it's kind of like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of thing if you think about it. He transforms, he gets powerful, like an Incredible Hulk type thing. He's still strong, but he transforms, he gets even stronger, right? But long story short, Vegeta ends up dispatching Zarbon in his reptilian monster form, and that's the end of him, right? But getting into the figure itself, right? I think this figure is hella dope. This is what I mean by that. I love how they contrast the sleeves on him. I love the lavender color sleeves. His leg warmers, I don't know what they're called other than leg warmers. I love the blue on it, as you can see. His Saiyan armor or battle armor is what you want to call it. Very, very detailed, man. This particular figure, I have no defaults or defects anywhere on this figure. None. I love his hair sculpt, as you guys can see. Very, very detailed hair. In some instances, I think it's even better than some of the Saiyan's details. The braid that he has, as you guys can see, that's detailed. You can also see the strands of hair within the braid, and also the gold bangle that he has to kind of keep his ponytail intact. I think that's really dope, man. Scope wise, I think that this really depicts Zarbon as who he is, kind of a, cocky guy, strong guy, but also that flamboyant kind of pretty boy look. Kind of reminds me of Vega from Street Fighter. Really strong guys know that they're strong, but just don't hit me in the face kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of who Zarbon kind of puts me in the realm of. You don't want to tangle with this guy, but if you do, just don't hit me in the face. I love his scouter. I love how it has the kind of blue tint that contrasts against the character's skin tone. His cape is kind of like a light tealish blue or grayish blue is what you want to call it. I think that's really dope. All of the colors on this figure contrast and at the same time come together perfectly, just like in the anime and the manga. Really, really dope figure, man. Don't have any complaints about this guy. Zarbon stands around 8 inches tall, man, give or take a few. When I measured him, he's like around 8 inches. Not really a heavy figure, which I think is pretty cool. Unlike his counterpart, Dodoria, we'll be doing a review on him. That is a hefty boy, I'm just being honest with you. Zarbon does come in one piece. There's nothing that you have to attach to him. Just take him out of his blister and put him together. And when I say put him together, the only thing you do is put a foot stand on him. That's it. And he's ready to display. Pricing wise for Zarbon, When they released in their initial release, I think the Doria and Zarbon were the most expensive. The Doria, I think, was like 150, 180. Zarbon was like 120, 130. And I think if you was like putting those two together, you was roughly 300, almost 300 plus for them. 200 plus, I'm sorry, and 300 on the high end. But now that this bad boy has made it stateside now, you can get him for like 84.99. I got mine at Bedrock City Comic Company here in Houston, Texas. You can get him there. You can I think BBTS has him for shipment now. Amazon, I don't think he's up yet, but eBay you can definitely get the Kuji version. But with that, just know that you're gonna pay a little bit more, from him, being a Kuji version, or you can look on there and find the show version from sellers that have him here in the States. Also, if you're on Facebook, join Smash Collecting, man, and get him over there at s.m.a.s.h collecting, and definitely message some of the guys over there, make an interest post that you're looking for him, and we can definitely point you in the right direction of individuals that can help you get him. This figure here, I feel is going to go up in price later on. Reason being is that we have no masterly scale figures of Zarbon. This is one that you might want to hold on to if you are a reseller or someone that looks into figures for an investment kind of thing later on. I would definitely hold on to this Zarbon. Me myself, I'm not looking at reselling them later. I'm gonna hold on to them and make my saga displays based off of the ones that I have here. But he's definitely gonna go up in my opinion. If you guys are interested in getting him, like I said, just check out some of those sites, man. Join up with those groups and definitely put your bid in for him, man. I highly recommend picking up Zarbon, man. He's a really dope figure. He's a dope character. Like I said, he really makes your collection stand out, man. In this particular Kuji, man, or show, should I say, Ichibansho Kuji, it was kind of limited, I'm being honest. We had Kui, Zarbon, Dodoria, Frieza in the pod here, and then last prize Frieza with same exact figure that's here. It's just that his finger was raised. That was it. Pretty lazy as a last prize, but that's kind of what we were given. That was met with a lot of resentment from collectors in the community because that was a very lazy last prize. I'm just being honest. There was nothing different. No shading, no nothing. Just take his hand and put his finger in the air and that's it. And that was just going from Frieza blowing up planet Vegeta. That was it. There was nothing else with that. And that was really, really lazy. So I know a lot of collectors, hardcore collectors bought the entire set, but individual like myself, I'm not calling myself not a hardcore collector, but that last prize I kind of skipped on. I'm just being honest. I don't feel like it was really worth spending $110 on. I'm just being honest with you, man. But these three, the A prize, the Dodoria, the Zarbon, and the Kui, definitely a must pick up. I'm actually thinking about getting Kui this weekend at a comic convention here we're having here in Houston. Hopefully I can find them at a reasonable price. But yeah, I just had to pick up, these two and Frieza to start it off though. But definitely a dope figure, man. Definitely a dope figure. Highly recommend you guys get him. Like I said, he's great size. He's a master lease figure, so he's awesome. No complaints on my end from him, man. None whatsoever. So as you guys, look at the review, check out my Instagram, man, at trill_collector512 to where you can see my past collection and everything that I have now starting from the ground up. If you like what you see, inboxing, man, we can chop it up. If you're on Facebook, head over to Smash Collecting, man. Join up, great group of individuals over there. We can definitely hook you up with different knowledge or questions that you may have. May have questions to be answered. We can definitely help you out over there as well. So As always, guys, this is the Trill Collector signing off, man. And as always, keep it trill and keep collecting. Until next time, bye.